Hey guys, Hazel here. Sorry this video is coming to you a little late. Welcome to the first official episode of Coffee Talk with Hazel. Only I'm not drinking coffee because it is so late, but I am drinking some tea out of super awesome coffee mug, courtesy of Mr. Adam Baum. You may know him. So the topic I'd like to talk about is the phrase, I don't care. I know that it's a lot easier for everybody to just say, I don't care, because if we repeat it enough times to ourselves as well as to other people, it's a lot easier than saying how we do feel about it, whatever the situation may be. And that's not really the case, because as much as we say, I don't care, it don't bother me, late at night, when you lay down to go to sleep, or if you're just doing random activities, you realize that you care a lot more than you'd like to admit, even to yourself. And that's when it becomes hard, because you realize that you do care, and you can say it a gazillion times throughout the day, but at the end of the day, you're still going to care, no matter how much you try to convince yourself otherwise. And I think that if we all, me included, I am very famous for saying I don't care. Who isn't though, right? But if we be honest with ourselves, if we feel that we can't at least be honest with other people, then we may get a lot further with relationships, starting with yourself, because having a relationship with yourself is a lot more important than having a relationship with somebody else, because you can't have a relationship with somebody else if you don't have a relationship with yourself. That is something that I have struggled with my entire life, because I thought me as a person, all I was relationships, and turns out I'm not. I'm currently on self-discovery to find myself still. You can never really truly find yourself, because once you find yourself, you're going to be looking for the next part of yourself. And after you find that, you're going to search for the next part. So you never really truly find yourself. But once you have a relationship with yourself, and you can trust yourself and love yourself, believe in yourself, once you are able to do that and have a relationship with yourself, you'll find that having a relationship with other people is a lot easier than you ever thought possible. And there are times when I still get in my moments where I just want to be left alone. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to deal with anything. I just want to put my headphones in, blast up the music, and just ignore the world. And though that may be a good idea for an hour, 5 minutes, it's not always the best choice. And though music is my life, aside from my children, of course, and it speaks to me in ways no human ever could, let's face it, we all want somebody we can actually talk to when the time comes. And this past weekend, over the past couple weekends, I've struggled, I guess the term would be, with some loneliness. By choice, really, because I know that there's certain people that I could have called or texted, tweeted, messaged on Facebook, whatever the case may be. But sometimes you just have to be alone, and you have to really think and ponder and wonder, because when you're alone by yourself, with your own thoughts, with your own mind, with your own everything, you realize that you don't have anybody else trying to control you. It's all you. And you get a sense of freedom. And some may say a luxury, because you don't have anybody trying to control you. You don't have anybody bothering you, bugging you, being a burden. I'm not saying that anybody in my life is any of those things, because to me, if somebody needs my help, I'm going to be there for them, because focusing on everybody else's problems and being there for everybody else helps me to forget my problems, even for a little while. And who doesn't want that, right? So all you can do is be yourself, and more than that, accept yourself. Because the more times you say, I don't care what other people think, the more you realize you do actually care. And once you start letting what other people think dictate your life in all aspects, the more lonely you're going to become. Because you'll realize that until you accept yourself, nobody else is going to accept you. So care what people think, but more importantly, care what you think. Care how you feel. Don't run from your problems. Face them head on, because that's all you can do. And once you accomplish that, you can accomplish anything. So that's it for this episode, if that's what you want to call it. Thanks for checking it out, and I hope you guys have a great evening. Bye.